to the show. My name is Olagunsoye. Today we'll be having a chat with an icon, a political icon in the state, in Osun State, Mr. Funsho Babarinde. He's the former secretary to former governor Olagunsoye Oyinlola during his era as the governor of Osun State. He was also the former assistant organizing secretary of the People Democratic Party in the state. Mr. Funsho, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. To put it properly, I was an executive assistant to the former governor, our new governor, Olagunsoye Oyinlola, in charge of student affairs.
Okay, sir. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Let me first of all register my sincere condolence on the demise and the exit of your leader, late Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola. May God rest his soul in perfect peace, sir.
Thank you. God bless you. So,
Amen. How are you, another political associate of the late political icon, referring since his demise in the States?
Well, yeah, we have taken our feet because I have known him for quite a while, since he was the deputy chief of the State House of Assembly. That was 2003 to 2007, and he was very close to one of my former leaders, who is late now, Alhaji Razak Olami, popularly called the former PDP chairman of Osun State. And when there was a vacancy in the chairmanship position of the party, we have close to about 10 or 11 people that were just in that role. It was not even part of them anymore. But some of us who are well rooted in the party decided to bring him in because of his requisite experience. He was a good leader. He was a good leader, brilliant, suave. He has energy, the zeal. In fact, we used to call him capacity chairman because when there are issues, party politics is about crisis management, and when there are issues, you can be rest assured that just give him some time, he'll come up with a solution that everybody will be happy at the end of the day. And throughout his lifetime, he provided leadership, and that's the essence of being a follower or being a leader in any perspective. When you can be there at the right time for your people, when you are needed, when there are issues, when there are situations that needed intervention, you're able to do it. He did that perfectly well. Yes, he has left us, but his legacy will linger on because it's like we don't want to lose him, because he has done so many things for so many people. Yeah, we are from the same alumni. He was a deputy speaker at a particular point. He was the vice president at a particular point in the Polytechnic Ibadan. And I finished in Polytechnic Ibadan, so I was head of the Senate Secretary of NANS. I was the student representative. I was the member, the student representing the students on the student council of the school. So, in essence, I think being a comrade and an activist, we have so many things in common. Probably that was made some of us very bonded to him while he was alive. And we have learned a lot from him. Yeah, we have learned a lot.
Being a political leader in the party in Osun State since his demise, how have you been coping with other associates?
Well, life has to continue. He has played his role and he has left. And yes, the burial was a whole week program was started on a Tuesday from his village in Ilowa, Ijesha. We had a service of song in Oshobo. We had one in government assembly that comprised of all the party leaders from the national and the southwest, because he died as the national vice chairman for southwest of the PDP, comprising of the 6 states of the zone. So he was given a brief state burial, so to call, because the Oyo state government decided that God give me a state burial, and that was what happened eventually. Why
Oyo state government? Why not Osun that he hailed from?
Well, this question kept popping up. But you see, my own perspective to it is this. When the man passed on in May, at least to the best of my knowledge, the family, the first son, wrote a letter to all that were supposed to know about his demise. The state government, the party at the national, the state government in Oyo, even in Ogun, in all other states of the southwest. And taking it further, the zonal executive through the secretary, I think, got across to all the party stalwarts in this zone, all the state chairmen, that okay, we have lost our national vice chairman, our chairman in Southwest too. But well, I wouldn't know what went wrong because for me, for all those 6 days that we have the program, I didn't see any presence of either the state government or the party. That's the bitter truth. But in Yoruba land, they will say that if you have not heard from the other side, one cannot really judge what. So I up till now, I've not asked questions, and nobody has come up with reasons why that happened. That's why, and that's been my answer to people when that question crops up. But I know that bear went well and went as planned, and everything went well, and to God be the glory today.
Okay, sir. Now, can you confirm the rumor that your group, loyal to Honorable Soji Adagodo, has been sidelined in the appointment of the present state government in Osun State?
I won't say yes and I won't say no. You know the reason why? I won't say yes because I've not seen anybody in the Adagodo Dotun group that has been appointed into any particular position in the party since inception. Since about 7 months that PDP has been government now. But at the same time, I won't say no because governance just started. We have played politics. We have done an election, and PDP is in government now. And up till yesterday or the first day, the governor is still making appointments. So I would want to foreclose is that it has come and gone.
But so
you
far,
understand?
yeah.
But so far, nothing like that. But I'm pretty sure something can still happen. And if it does not happen, it does not really matter. For somebody like me, I've been in government. I've been a party stalwart. I've been in government, and even if they don't give appointments, what I'm not bothered about is how the people, how people are going to get dividends of this government, how people are going to, the perception of people about PDP and about the government, because the governor is representing PDP as a party. I'm not bothered about the party. I'm bothered about working on the street and stuff. BF, your party is not doing this, your government is not doing this, you understand? The moment the government is doing the right thing, I'm cool. And like some other people too, nobody has been, honestly, nobody has been agitated so far, because we cannot really pinpoint reasons why that should happen or why it should not happen. So for now, we are just good party members looking at how the government is being run, and so far so good, we have no issues.
Okay, it is rumored that some of the noticeable weakness of this administration, led by Senator Ademola Adeleke, was because some of the brains that are supposed to work for the development or for the success of his administration, that are loyal to the camp of Soji Adagodo, are not in his camp, are not been appointed. What can you say about that, sir?
I won't agree to that assertion. You know the reason why? As of today, I can vouch about 70% of those that are appointed. There are some that I don't really know. That's the fact. But most of the people that are appointed, we have either been together in the party or together in government. You know, when government for 7.5 years during the Oyinlola regime, the SSG, the chief of staff, the chairman Subeb, the commissioner for environment, so many of them, the special advisor on tax matter, so many of them have either been special advisor during the Oyinlola regime or the council chairman, or had been one thing or the other. And politics, some of them has a very good and rich background, you understand. And politics is about rewarding people, at the same time looking for quality people to execute the manifesto of the party, because the governor and the PDP and those who are in government are going to execute the manifesto of the party. It's still all about the party at the end of the day. So the cabinet was just inaugurated some few weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks or there, but they just finished their seminar. So let's give them some 6 months, or probably come back here and do a reappraisal. For me, the government is just about 8 months, and the cabinet is just less than a month. So the government will be about a year in November, And probably by then, those who were just appointed will have spent some few months in the office. And now we can now take it sector by sector, education, health, infrastructure, community development, so that we can look at it holistically. I said, okay, the direction this government is going, they're not doing the right thing. Probably they didn't put the right set of people. Yes, somebody asked me the other time about those that are appointed. I said, look, I won't complain now. I want to see their performance in the next couple of months. But at least for those that I know among them, I know some of them are well thought out intellectual who know what to do, or given the environment to do it. It's one thing for you to be appointed. It's another thing for you to have a conducive environment to operate to the maximum of your capacity. So if they have all the wherewithal to perform and they are not performing, we can come back and represent and say, look, in this sector. For me, the euphoria of nominating or voting Governor Ademola Adeleke is still there on the street. Imole there. And so far, the street says everything. So let's just take our time, let's chill.
Okay, let's now leave politics and go to governance. The governor has appointed likely close to 70 appointees, both special advisors and commissioners. Don't you think that is too much for a state like Osun, considering the lean resources in Osun?
Okay. For me, it's not even about Osun. It's about, I think I heard Adamawa governor having about 42 social media assistant or something funny like that. The president has appointed 48 ministers, about 20 something or 30 something special advisors. So if he needed to talk to his cabinet too, he's too unwieldy, you understand, at the state, at the national. And unfortunately, we just remove subsidy, and the poor are not finding it easy. Meanwhile, our office holders are getting overbloated and they're going to take care of them, buy vehicle, get quarters, give them running costs and allowances and stuff like that. Generally, I expect a lean cabinet. But when the pressure is too much on the governor, of course, if you appointed 100, there will also be job for everybody to do, right? So if the resources is available, I don't have issues, whether at the national but the resources is not there. I just hope and think that they're not going to increase that early one. Number two, they're going to maximize the opportunities given to them to make sure that what is supposed to suffer then suffer, because if the people suffer and they are at their investment that because they have been appointed, then too bad for everybody. But so far, like I said, I'm not comfortable that we have a large cabinet, not only in Osun, but even at the national event, some other states too. Before Wike left office, I think I asked you about one day like that. I said he has a special assistant, one per ward or something in Rivers State, and I was like, for what? You understand? But politics, pressure, you understand? But like I said, yes, we cannot reverse what has been done. We can only discuss this so that probably in the future we can see reasons why some things should not be the way it is. You understand? But for the sake of the masses getting the dividends of democracy and good governance, I think, despite that it's much, there should be a way to streamline it so that their schedule and in executing it will be a bit more on the lower cost side, so that the states can have more resources to do more things for the people.
Okay, talking about the removal of fuel subsidy, other states, especially in the southwest, have made provision for their workers, for their civil servants as an palliative. Till now, we've not had anything from Governor Ademola Adeleke. Don't think it's a sign of nonchalant attitude toward the masses of Osun?
If you know Governor Ademola Adeleke very well, I know him as an individual. I may not have been so close to him being governor now, but prior to his emergence as senator and while he was in the Red Chamber, I think we had some close interactions. He's somebody that is very humane. He good man. You understand? Somebody you enjoy his company, somebody that when he talks to you, he has humanity in him. You understand? But that is his personality. Governance is a total ball. It's a different ball game entirely, where you need a lot of advices, a lot of resources to do a lot of things. So even if he has all the ideas in this world that he wants to do for Osun people, he still needed to do it according to resources that's available to him. Yes, Ogun has announced Kwara State. I think so. Isn't Kwara State that first announced around this axis? I think Oyo State is going to announce his own tomorrow. I think I saw it in the news, but we have been hearing idea of what he wants to do, and I'm sure Osun too will not lag behind. That I can assure you. I'm sure the governor is on it. At least I have information that is on it. You can see that recently news trended that the buses. The Oyinlola buses have been repainted for students. Yeah, I think those are things they want to unfold before their resumption, so that at least that could relieve the parents if the students can have some subsidized or free transport to their various schools. You understand? I was reading in the news this afternoon again that the fuel might even go up a little bit more to about 700 naira or thereabout. You understand? Because of the international price of the crude. But you see, removal of subsidy, yes. A lot of people were against it in 2012, but the best time to remove it for me is now, and that has been done. Whatever we are going through now is excruciating, is terrible, the pressure was too much, but the fact still remains that if you don't go this route, the calamity will be too much for us moving into the future. So we all need to just come back, sit down, and reappraise our spending and our expenditures. So let's just hold on for the governor. Let's see what he wants to do for the civil servant. Let's see what he wants to do for the people. Let's see the palliative they're going to bring out so that we can reassess it. But I'm sure that you cannot afford them. Even the federal government are going to give them money. I'm sure they can't divert to something else because pressure is on them too. Most of the office holders, there's pressure on them even from their families too. Send money for this, send money for that, because everybody is under pressure now. So I'm sure the governor and his cabinet will work out something. I'm sure they must have been on it. In fact, let's just give them the next few days. I'm sure before Friday, I expect them to do something about this because a lot of states have been doing it, and I'm not expecting them to lag behind because people are expectant. So let's hold our breath.
Okay, you serve as an executive assistant to Governor, to Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola.
Yeah.
Can you compare his administration there in terms of infrastructure development in the state, education, healthcare, with the present administration now? Being in the same party.
My sister, the dream of the founding fathers of Osun that I have an insight into was one, Osogbo being the state capital is central. When they were coming up with Osun State, what they are thinking was, if you are staying in Okela, which should be probably the longest route on the west, on the central side, you can drive from there and come and work in Osogbo because the traveling time should not be more than 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours maximum. You understand? If you are staying in Iwo or thereabout, which is the longest stretch, or Ikiri on the west side, you can be in Osogbo 1 hour, 1.5 or 2 hour maximum. If you are staying in Owena, going to Akure, or you are staying in Ifetodo, going to Okegbo in those states, you can drive down. Those are the extremes. You understand? So that dream was that, look, let there be a durable road from all those ends down to Osogbo. Let's develop Osun is an urbanized state. About 6 or 7 communities in Osun are developing at the same rate because that was the way the founding fathers configured Osun. Osogbo, Ife, Ilesha, Ikirun, Ila, Iwo, Ede. You understand? All the communities are developing at the same time. And Osun is a civil servant state. Don't let us say anything contrary. I can only wish and pray that successful government, even after this government, those who are coming, those who are seeking leadership, the other aspect we are supposed to look into is agriculture. We have arable lands. We have crops that we could grow in the west. We have crops that we grow in the east. We have crops that grow in central that can give us a leverage as a state. You understand? I once traveled to Israel and I discovered that Israel is one of the best in the whole world. They grow things everywhere, even in their veranda, in their passages in Israel. If you have been to Israel, if you have somebody that has been to Israel. And I discovered that when it comes to food, you take your food in any restaurant anything you can eat, even if you eat just 2 spoons, and the remaining they will still recycle it to something, so nothing waste. And when you don't have problem with food, you have the mind to do a lot of things. Also, one of the problems we have as a nation or as a state is food security. And because if you are earning very little, but you can use that your little resources to buy food that you're going to eat, you're not bothered about what you're going to eat tomorrow morning. Because one of the problems we have today is everybody thinks about the next meal, and the resources, the cash is not there. So apart from being a civil servant state, I think this present government and successful government should start thinking about involving our agricultural sector. We have Awolowo's farm settlements that could be reactivated. They can make it habitable for young people. Despite the fact that young people are no longer interested in farming, if you put in place things that are going to make them comfortable while doing, it's not going to be the normal old age farming now, mechanized. It's just supervision and some inputs like that. I think it should be encouraged. So what I'm saying in essence is this: the kind of resources that was available to Oyinlola was not the kind of resources that was available to successful government like Funmiso Oyinlola, and now Ademola Adeleke. And Osun has never been that buoyant. We don't have any resources that brings money like that. Okay, recently, probably the last couple of years, we are looking at mining, and I don't know how much we are gaining even from that, if it could be plowed into infrastructural development. Because being an urbanized state, one thing that this governor is trying to do now, which I feel is going to help the states moving into the future, is the ICT hub. You understand? I can see them laying some pipes around, some wires around. If Osun could become a tech hub, a lot of young people, ICT is one thing that you can be here and be working for somebody in Japan or in the US or in China, you understand, so that people can key into it and harness it, especially the younger generations. That is for the younger ones. So I think with the kind of the state is in debt, no doubt. I think from Rauf Aregbesolah's era, even from Oyinlola to borrowed money, but left some. Aregbe came, borrowed some money for some infrastructure. Oyinlola didn't borrow any money. He paid some of those backlogs back. And I think so far I've not heard that Adeleke has borrowed any money up till this evening. They can borrow money tomorrow. Borrowing money is not my problem. But using that money to put in place infrastructures and things that we will see, and an average man on the street will know that yes, one for they've used us to borrow money, but at the end of the day we can see what that money is, what they're using it for. So that's my own. So I like I said, well, we're just 8 months of this government. We have enough time to come back, look at the resources that are available and how it has been spent.
Considering how this present government has treated your camp, will you still be working for him in 2026?
It's not about working.
Re-election.
Wait, it's not. You see, don't get it twisted.
As a camp.
Wait, don't get it twisted. As a camp, it's not about working for him now. PDP is the vehicle. You understand? Doing anything contrary is like hurting the vehicle. Unless I'm coming down from that vehicle tomorrow, that's when I will say, these people, you don't desecrate your home now. You don't understand. PDP is a brand. If you look at successive elections, even since Oyinlola's days, in Osun State, it has always been between APC, ACN, APC, PDP, whatever. You understand? The gap is even I think 2014 is when we have the biggest one, which is about 100,000 or something. Since then, it has been, the last one is 200 or 500 or something. This one is about 20,000. So you discover that Osun people are neither here nor there. So it could swing. You cannot be too sure. So if we decided that, okay, we want to just do like this and be looking, we're only looking at ourselves, not at Ademola Adeleke or the government. That's the bitter truth. What scenario 8 years? Remember that PDP was out of government for 12 good years, and we're here. 8 years is just like tomorrow. Not talk of 4 years. This is a crazy switch because you have reasons to come back and have to vote again after 4 years. 4 years is just one. The election is over a year now. That means we have just 2 years for governance now, because by the third year, the Electoral Act says that all parties should do their primaries a year ahead of the election. So if we are talking of just a year and a half or two now, everybody will be back to trenches to come and start fighting for tickets and some other things in all political parties, not particularly about PDP or APC now. You understand? So, like I said, PDP is in government now. Some of us will not want to do anything that will counter the party, the vehicle that we are all in, not moving forward. You understand? If you have issues, party politics is all about crisis management, like I told you. If you have issues, there should be internal mechanism to resolve them. And if they are not resolvable, see, let me tell you, for me, now, not group, for me, I don't want to be like some people that will be inside their party and work against the party. If I'm no longer comfortable, I will walk away. Association is free. Free entry, free exit. Nobody ties you down. They didn't put a party for my front of my name now when I was born. You understand, my dear? So the whole idea is that some of us love PDP to a large extent, probably because politics in Nigeria does not really have a clear-cut ideology, but probably because of our background, where we're coming from, activists, somebody that has an idea of what he wants to do and he wants to do it. Well, you want a place where you can exercise your right, where you can say things and nobody will say, what are you doing there? You understand? Some of us have been, like I was telling somebody recently, okay, sorry for digressing, I said, I've practically been in Oshogbo between the last 15-20 years, so there's practically nobody that I don't know. Both in APC, in PDP, in Labour, in APGA, in SDP. Mention the politician. As long as a politician in Osun State, at least conservatively, I would know 70%. One-on-one, not even distant relationship. So it's always like that. I'm here, I've been here, I'm married. Every time of my life, if I traveled out of this country, out of Osun, 2 weeks, I'm back here again. So it's about good governance. It's about party management. It's about our PDP. Even if we have issues, what should still be at the back of our mind is that this is still our party. We can't afford to come and start doing things that won't eventually.
The way you are talking, is like there are issues in your party. What step has the party chairman taken to resolve
There will be issues. It's not like that. There are issues in APC, there are issues in Labour.
And what step has your party chairman taken to resolve those
issues?
Ahead of the next election?
Yes. For our party chairman, I know him very well. We were both in government during when he was a special advisor while I was an executive assistant. In fact, we stay our quarters are near one another, so we are very close. In fact, Chairman we call him chairman, and his name was Shine Bobo. You understand? He's somebody who I know very well. I know his capacity and capability, and so far so good. Even if there are issues, he has been trying to manage the situation, and it's even good to fight when you are in government, because when you fight, there will be something to say, take now, don't fight, let's do these things together, you understand? And when your party is in government, you have enough things to say. If they decided they want to come and do the road to my Adubo now, will I complain? I won't complain now. Am I the only person that will pass through the place? No. You understand? But at least they'll say, I can come and say, yes, my people will come and vote for my party because this road, even if it's because of me, we are all passing it together. So it's not even about personal patronage now. It's about doing the right thing for the people. Let me give you one example that governor is doing now. They are registering senior citizens. I think those are above 60 or thereabout for this Osun Health insurance scheme. I have people that are old in my village. If they capture them, I won't have reasons to go and say that I should tell a drug. You understand? Come and take money for drug. That's a relief for my part. You understand? That means inadvertently I'm gaining, you understand, out of what they are trying to do, even if they have not patronized me as an individual. It's not about patronage. You understand? Yes, there are issues. There will always be issues within your family, where you have the father, the daughter, the son, and the grandma. There will be issues. The other family will sit down and, you understand, like go and do this time. You have a way of resolving things, you understand, because issues will keep on cropping up. We are human, and there's no way you put 3, 4, 5 people in a place. Not talk of a political party that has thousands of people. There will be a clash of interest. The capacity to now to aggregate all opinions, to make people see reasons why something should not happen, is what leadership should care about. So don't worry.
Finally,
this will be fine.
Finally, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recently said that he wants to have a unity government.
Yes.
If you offer your camp, or if you offer you an appointment at the federal level, considering the APC at the federal level. Will you be accepting that?
See, when it comes to appointments and when it comes to serving people, yes, I can say that there's even in the ministerial list, we have a PDP person, we have a Labour person. I think we have one of the sort of generation, the Gen Z generation, and what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to do is to give everybody a sense of belonging. Any appointments you call for to service, even this, or even in our Osun states, people that are non-partisan have been appointed, people that are in other political parties have been appointed, people that has the technical know-how or who are technocrats have been appointed. When it comes to governance, party politics should not, you understand, should be relegated to a large extent. You understand? When they give anybody appointment, you are qualified to do this, come and do it. It's a service to the people, not particularly about your political party. You understand? So let any appointment come now. Is to move up now.
Okay, sir. Thanks for having us on the show today.
Yes, I on a final note, I really appreciate your medium. I appreciate your energy and your zeal.
Thank you.
And the other side of the clip is that I congratulate our former governor on his ministerial appointment. I congratulate the former Senator Osun Central on his own appointment as the Secretary of the party. And I really appreciate our governor for meeting with the senators and all the 3 senators representing the states, getting involved and doing the right thing. During the screening of the minister. You see, all these things are for the betterment of our society and Osun people. People should see it from that perspective. The issue is that we should not look at every issue from the perspective of I'm APC, you are PDP. I don't want to see you, don't want to see me. Unfortunately, when you get to Abuja, Abuja does not have political parties. That's the bitter truth. Abuja is about what you can bring back home for your people. So, congratulations, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you. God bless.
We hope to see you some other time.
Yeah, we can always love to come back.
This is the end of today's show. We've been talking to Mr. Funsho Babarinde. It's nice talking to you. Make sure you share, you comment, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you and God bless.